Zog zog nom noms. It's Armstrong here from Other Miniatures, Big Mac Armstrong. And today is a day 4 of our Orktober builds. As it comes, our Grots already have a tank commander, they have a fast delivery vehicle, and a Grot tank. What else do Grot need? I think that Grots really need a mega fortress. Yeah, Grot mega tank. The one from the scrapyard at Games Workshop or Forge World is outside of our tooth capacity, so we're gonna be looking at building one using those two smaller tanks and parts from other stuff. So let's just get on the table and start building, and before that let's remove the gibbons from inside of this, because we don't need that mega tank to run away on us. Oh yeah, today we're gonna be building Grot mega tank. It's a weird build because it looks like a reverse boat. Yeah, so we have a boat with tracks, and then it have a lot of turrets. So if you need inspiration for Grot mega tank, then just look of course on the Games Workshop webpage or on the Forge World. Yeah, but it's a weird vehicle. Let me get the wheels off because we don't need all of that, and all of those little spinny wheels at the end of the day can be used later on for the for orcs, to decorate the other vehicles. So yeah, for some interesting stuff on the other vehicles. Okay, this doesn't want to work, so snappy, and one more time, and we're gonna remove that. Yeah, there we go. So we have our first one. No, that was probably on this side. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. The thing with those tanks, you can easily remove the turret by removing the screw in here. That's exactly what we're gonna do. So there we go. Yeah, so that's our basic parts from one tank, and then we're gonna do exactly the same things with the other one. As you can see, I just got delivery from a scrapyard at Amazon, and they delivered for me a army painter cutting mat. My big green mat looked ridiculously bad. It was bending in every possible direction, so I needed to get rid of it and get a new one. So there we go, our basic parts. We have this, two turrets. Yeah, this little bit is actually what was making that noise. And of course we need to remove the wheels. So we're just gonna go like that, and we're gonna go like that. All right. And now what I want to do is somehow merge those bodies together. What I'm gonna have to do first is cut off the fuel tanks from one of them, because I don't want to have fuel tanks in the middle of my Grot tank. So I'm gonna be back after I have those fuel tanks removed. So it's not going very well. This plastic, when you cut it, smells like burnt tires. The same when you try to sand it, so it's not very pleasant. And as well, I did do my typical thing of procrastination. So yeah, there we go. I just put two tanks together. We have of course extra spare fuel tanks from the previous one, so we can attach them somewhere. And even that exhaust fans with the nice textures are still here. Now we need to build up some sort of a structure to get on top And like this RAM, you know, is bothering me. I really want to use it on something. But not on this project, because this is supposed to be the fortress. So we're gonna be looking at building this up to about, if we are looking at this, about this high. Yeah, with different turrets and everything else. So yeah, this project gonna take longer than I was expecting. Let me just turn off the screen and I'm gonna be back in a second. Alright, so previously I didn't have enough scrap on the table to actually make the tank. So first of all, this is a trailer from one of those cheap trucks. Yeah, that one cost about, I don't know, 2 to 4 quids. So we're gonna use it to bulk up the main body. Yeah. So the contact points are probably only those two here. So we're gonna try to get that somehow. We're gonna drop some extra in here and then help it to cure. There we go. So as well, I brought out this engine that I built ages ago when I was planning to start mass producing them. It's a nice looking big engine, so I'm thinking about putting it on in front here. So I'm gonna have to get rid of this, at least cut it down a little bit. We're not gonna be really finessing this, we're just gonna go brute force it. There we go. I think that we have space for it now. There we go. Just gonna it's gonna probably give me better attachment point for the rest of it. So just a little bit of sanding. And like I said, this smells, sanding or cutting this smells like burning tires. By far not my favorite smell. But yeah, there we go. That engine gonna fit in here. I think this way. So just give it some super glue and then drop a little bit in here. Alright, now do we want the reverse boat or do you want... Oh, this is the problem. I don't know what shape to build it. I usually don't have this kind of problems. I usually just smack stuff together. here we are, finally at the point where I can actually start painting. I actually forgot to video the time when I added the 3D printed weapons, so quite few of them around the entire model. And then, you know, I just went with the, what do you call it, with the quick paint job and the dry brush. So what we're gonna do first, we're gonna pick the engine with the metal, yeah. So again, we are doing simple techniques, not really thinking about, you know, going fancy in here, because I have no time. Today is already 5th and I didn't manage to finish this in time, so I'm trying to pick it up and finish it. No. So you can see, completely forgot to paint the back, so just pure metal. We can, just to cover my crimes. Now clean this up, and we're gonna paint all of the barrels metallic, because I have one more video to do to finish today. So yeah, very quickly. So that's another one. Then this entire gun. I have to be gentle with those little barrels because they are fragile. If I press too hard, they're gonna break. Those guns were designed for Gaslands, but you know yourself, I use them for whatever I find them suitable to be. So yeah, now this, again, is not really a dry brush, it is a heavy overbrush. But we're gonna try to rectify later on using a little bit of a noodle oil or something like that. Doesn't look metallic enough. Okay, and the big cannon barrels as well. And did I pick up all of the weapons? I think so, and I did pick up all of the other stuff. We're gonna go with the ladder as well, since I added it in here. This box gonna go green, this gonna go yellow, 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 yellow. This gonna go green, 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 green. And the turret's gonna be red, so the side turrets, yeah? So now we're just gonna take the main color, which is yellow, obviously because bad moon, and we're gonna start applying it. I need a big brush for that, big enough anyway. Let's just grab this army painter brush. And now the yellow paint. Of course we are using the speed paints because, yep, they are good at what they are doing. So I wish I have something bigger to paint with, but at the end of the day, if I'm gonna make a massive mess out of it, the cleanup gonna take longer than just, you know, take this carefully. So I'm gonna be back in 2. Now that the yellow is dry, I hope so at least, we're gonna go with the red for the turrets. And then we're gonna grab the green and we're gonna paint the rest of the stuff, and we're gonna have to go back to the tracks because I completely forgot about them. But yeah, all of the side turrets gonna be red. It's not very complicated, but it has to be done for the greater Wa. And why they have to be red? Because I decided so. There was no other rhyme or reason to it. I just wanted to be a fast shooting turret. Okay, and then we have one on this side. Is there anything else that I want to have red? I was thinking about this wiring in here, but it might be a little bit complex to paint without screwing it up. Let's try it. Sorry, it's just like when I was designing this engine, I was thinking that there should be, some sort of a control mechanism going around. So I was thinking if it's gonna look cool, and it does, but painting that detail can be painful. Especially with my precision painting. Like I said, I'm not the greatest painter in the universe, or probably even in my town. Okay, and I can actually do the two little pipes going here as well. It's just giving us an extra splash of color. So I have the red turrets, red wires. Okay, time to switch to color number 3, which is gonna be color green. And I was thinking about going with something, more camouflage, but I'm still gonna go with the absolution green because it's darker, and in my opinion it looks more militaristic. So there we go. Hopefully that's gonna be enough, because I tend to overdo with just throwing the colors on the palette, or in this case sprinkle cans. So what I'm doing, all of the small fuel barrels and anything that could be seen as stolen from Astra Militarum, yeah, I'm just going with the green. Jerry cans, yeah, that's what they are called. Sorry, I have a brain fart for a minute there and completely forgot my English. Which is nothing new. Now this side is a problem, because I can probably get into most of the nooks and crannies, but there's still gonna be something blatantly not painted. Again, I couldn't get in here with the dry brush, so the top of it is completely black, but it would be in the darkness, so yeah, in the shade, so it wouldn't be that visible if it is green. Only the sides are really the visible ones, and anything that is over that turret. Yeah, and now we have just our 3 jerry cans on this side. I need a little bit more paint. Okay, and I think we are done. We just need to give it like half an hour to dry off. Yeah, it's done for today. We're still gonna probably have to apply at some stage a wash over all of that. Yeah, and add a crew, because there is no crew on this, but that's gonna happen probably at the end of the month, when I'm gonna be adding crew to all of the vehicles. At least that's the plan at this point. So let's just get this dry and then throw the spin table. Here we are on the spin table, and I have to say, this build almost broke me as a YouTuber. Yeah, I realized a couple of my shortcomings. One of the main ones is being that I'm getting intimidated by big paint jobs. Yeah, so when I started painting it, I almost didn't finish. Yeah, I know it isn't a complex paint job, but there was something in there, that I just couldn't do it. I have to kind of push myself and power through the entire process, otherwise I wouldn't actually finish this build. Yeah, I know it is day late, but that's what you get when you are trying to do two ambitious projects. So yeah, there we are. A almost finished project. We still have to add crew and paint the checker patterns and stuff like that, but it's almost done. It's almost done. Oh yeah, I forgot to dry brush the tracks, but I'm gonna come back to it, in few seconds. But if you like this video, please rate, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, family, and whoever else want to watch it. And everyone have a great day and take care. Bye.